Hey y'all, welcome back to Zeta Alpha's YouTube channel. My name is Skylar and I serve as Zeta's Vice President of Membership. I'm so excited for this video, I can hardly contain it because it means one thing, and that's that recruitment is right around the corner. And by right around the corner, I mean next week. Recruitment is January 13th through the 18th for the Susquehanna community, and to find out more about that, you can look at the Susquehanna Panhellenic Instagram. So the last day that you can sign up for recruitment, which I really hope you do, is January 13th, and that's the day of recruitment orientation. The recruitment process, though it's going to look a little different this year because we're going to be looking at each other on Zoom and not standing face to face, is going to be like no other. The recruitment experience is going to begin by looking at every Panhellenic sorority's open house videos. It's going to then transition into day 2 of recruitment, where you'll finally be able to meet friendly faces from each organization on our campus, and it will lead to a preference party, and finally the most exciting time, which is bid day. I hope that through this video, as our sisters talk through frequently asked recruitment questions, that you're able to learn a little bit more about the process, what it means to be in a sorority, how you have to even dress for virtual recruitment, and so much more. This experience and the opportunities it leads to are priceless and endless, and I hope that you can find that and see that in this video. Enjoy!
Hey everyone! So a lot of people tend to ask, what is a sorority when going through recruitment? And I'm here to tell you that sororities are value-based social organizations that were originally founded to provide women a space to gather and share common interests. And this is exactly what SU's campus does to Greek life. All of our sororities have amazing values and philanthropies. It allows you to build in service opportunities, leadership opportunities, and so many other amazing things. You can gain friends and sisters for life. And it is just an amazing community where you can go and find your girl gang. Our sorority on SU's campus is quite simply amazing, and we all value and find each other's philanthropies and everything super important.
I bet you're wondering, what even is recruitment? So let's face it, meeting new people and finding new friends during the pandemic has been especially difficult this year. Recruitment is the opportunity to find those forever friends, find your home away from home at Susquehanna University, and take the leap towards new and exciting leadership opportunities. The women you meet during recruitment are 100% ready to be your new support system, inspire you, and motivate you. With a completely virtual recruitment as a community, we're able to reduce the risk and spread of COVID-19. Making these real, lifelong connections is possible through Zoom. Despite our chapters not actually being together and you guys not being with us, the same sense of community will be available to you. Virtually, we're ready to take this on, and we hope that you're excited and you sign up for recruitment. Recruitment is coming up quick, so don't forget.
Hey guys, so I know that a really common question that a lot of women considering going through sorority recruitment have, probably one of the first questions you ask yourself, is what is the value of being in a sorority at all? And that's a really fair question to have. As a senior, I can tell you that after 4 years of being an active sorority member and member of Greek life here at Susquehanna University, that the value of being a part of an organization like this goes beyond probably anything that you imagine. It definitely went beyond what I imagined when I first joined. The value and perks are absolutely limitless. You're joining a group of women who are like-minded, who share your values, and who want to see you succeed all the time. Having that group of cheerleaders, friends, is absolutely amazing and makes college so much easier when it's hard to begin with. Professionally, when you join a sorority, you join a network of women who may be in your desired field and honestly might be working at your dream job. I've met so many teachers in Zeta, and that has helped me out and make connections as an education major. Academically, Greek life is something that requires a certain GPA. I know that a lot of the different sororities have different GPA requirements, but honestly, being a part of a group of women that all want to succeed in the first place, your attitude just shifts. Like, you want to do better because these women want you to do well. They want to do well. It's all about the environment. And lastly, the skills that you attain during being Greek life are absolutely irreplaceable. Being the past president of Zeta, and just working with women in groups on exec boards, etc., has just made my public speaking, my management skills, my overall confidence absolutely blow up, like more than I ever could have imagined as a first year in college. So, and that all of that is just the tip of the iceberg of all of the great things that come out of Greek life. Lifelong friends, a network of professionals, better grades, and just skills that you couldn't really get anywhere else, at least in the same way. So the values are just abundant, and I promise you that you will get something out of Greek life. Even if it's different from me, there is something to be gotten out of it, because that's what it's meant for. It's meant to make you better.
Guys, so a really common question when going through recruitment is how time-consuming is being a part of a Greek organization? You know, can I be involved in other things on campus? And the answer is simply yes, you actually can. Speaking from personal experience, I am super involved on campus. So I am a student ambassador that works in the admissions house. I'm also a part of the Peer Mentor Collective, which works with first years. And I also started a club with one of my friends called the Pinky Swear Foundation PAC program, or the Pinky Swear Foundation for short. That's completely brand new to campus, so we actually had to go through the Office of Leadership Engagement, you know, do a lot of paperwork, all that stuff. But really, you can be as involved as you want. You know, we have a lot of girls across all of the Pan-Hellenic organizations at Susquehanna that are athletes, that are presidents, you know, or that are on executive boards for their clubs. And, you know, it is quite manageable. And I think that, you know, doing both will really teach you time management skills and really teach you how to find a good balance. But for the most part, it really is manageable. And, you know your limits. You can choose when to draw back, or you can choose to get more involved in something. You know, it's really up to you.
Hey guys, so going through recruitment season, we often get a ton of different questions that people ask to get answered, and one of the biggest questions that we have is there a GPA requirement? And the answer to that question is yes, there is. And there's two parts to that, actually. So the first part is to go through recruitment completely, you need a minimum 2.5 GPA. So to be able to sign up to go through recruitment, you need a minimum GPA of 2.5. And then the second part of that is that each chapter of its own has their own minimum GPA requirement, and that is up to the discretion of the chapter. So each one has their own. Some are higher than others and some are lower than others, but to go through recruitment, you need that minimum 2.5 GPA.
Another commonly asked question I hear a lot is, how will I know which organization is right for me? And to be honest, it can be different for everyone, but for myself and a lot of Pan-Hellenic sisters, it was really just a feeling. Personally, after talking to all the girls at recruitment, I just knew I had found my place. If you ask any sister from any organization, they'll probably tell you the same thing. The love and joy you feel from a sisterhood that's meant for you is everything. I will say, a word of advice for those who have a hard time knowing that feeling is to picture yourself in that organization you're trying to decide about. Can you see yourself being in these girls' shoes in a few years? Can you picture yourself participating in their events, being their friend, being their support system? Sometimes just the act of stepping back and trying to envision yourself in a certain organization can really help you make that decision. I know it helped me. And when in doubt, just trust the process. Although it sounds cliche, trust the process is a common phrase used during recruitment, and it's absolutely true. You will end up where you're meant to be, so just relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy the experience. You will find your home in no time.
An important question to cover is, how financially committed do I have to be in order to be a part of an organization? So Susquehanna knows that with college, it obviously comes with expenses. So that's why each chapter works extremely hard to make sure, you know, it's affordable for the members. When you join as a member, you're making a contribution towards the organization as a whole. So whether that be charitable donations, activities for your chapter, programming for your chapter, that's kind of where all your money is going to. You can expect your first semester to be a little bit more on the expensive side, and that's just because there are certain one-time fees put in place, whether that includes your PIN, your dues, initiation fees as well. Each chapter has a financial officer or a treasurer, so they will have a monthly payment plan, usually as an option as well. So that includes breakdowns. If they do not have a breakdown already created for you guys, please don't hesitate to ask. They will get you whatever you need in order to see kind of where your money's going to as a specific. A common question also is it worth it? You know, as a potential new member, when I went through recruitment, it was definitely in the back of my mind. You know, I was seeing all these girls interact with each other, and I was just wondering, you know, is it truly worth all of it? And I would say yes, it is completely worth it, not even sugarcoating it. You can ask any alum, you know, they will tell you that you have so many opportunities sitting right in front of you, whether that be networking opportunities or conferences that you are permitted to attend. You know, it will grow your leadership in so many different ways, and you can truly vision being a part of a Greek organization as an investment in your future.
So a big question that I've been hearing about going through recruitment is, can you join if you're not a freshman, if you're just a sophomore, a junior, or a senior? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. You absolutely can. So our great community is filled with so many individuals from different backgrounds and that have different experiences. It is super encouraged to join the Greek community at any point in your college career. So for instance, I personally joined when I was a sophomore. I bounced the idea around a couple times during freshman year, but I just didn't feel like I was ready to join such a big organization then. And I decided to join when I was a sophomore, and I loved it. I went through recruitment with several of my friends who were also sophomores. It personally just wasn't my time to join freshman year, and I don't regret it at all. Our Greek community is filled with individuals who have joined during their college career at different points. I know some friends who joined when they were juniors, and they still loved it. Our community is so welcoming that it doesn't matter at what point you're ready to join. Just the fact that you go out there and try to join your girl gang is super important, and it's so welcomed and encouraged. I would totally tell anyone that when they feel ready to join Greek life, and if they're interested, to go ahead and join, because it doesn't matter what year you are, that the experience is still amazing, and I definitely would not regret anything that I did.
Another frequently asked question is, what on earth do I wear during a virtual sorority recruitment? I know, it's typical to think, like, I want to put my best foot forward, I want people to think highly of me, but that's not about what you wear. And so our biggest wish for you is just to be comfortable. We can only see from here up. So if you want to wear sweatpants, leggings, your favorite running shorts, go for it. You want to cuddle up with a blanket below, you know, go for it. The only thing that we're going to be able to see is here up, and we're going to be comfortable, I'm sure, so you should be comfortable too. And so next, I'm going to show you some things that I would maybe wear if I was in your shoes going through virtual sorority recruitment. Alright, I'm back. I just ran to my closet quick, and I just pulled out one of my favorite tank tops because it's super comfortable, and a cardigan to go over, and I think this is one example of a great outfit to wear during sorority recruitment, and I definitely have leggings on below, so here's option one. So I'm back already, and I still have leggings on, and all I did was change into a sweater. So this would be a great second option to wear during virtual sorority recruitment, when we will only be able to see from here up. Alright, so I tried to find my white vest to throw over my third and final option, just to maybe accessorize a little bit, because you're more than willing to accessorize too. I'm definitely an earring person, so if that's you, throw on some earrings. I hope that it was evident to you that within the few shirts that I've thrown on with my leggings, that you were able to see that it's all about being comfortable and really focusing on what we'll be able to see. What you wear won't change anything that we think. What you wear will not help us determine what's in here, and that's what we're all trying to determine. So I hope you keep that in mind, and you remember that whatever makes you comfortable, confident, and ready to go through the process, we're ready and willing to see you in next week on Zoom.
So another question that we typically get during recruitment is, how is Greek life going to affect my grades? How is it going to affect my GPA? And are often worried about how their GPAs are going to be affected. So the answer to that is, let it be known that there is a Greek community completely filled with help and support from the entire Greek community. For instance, I am the director of academic achievement for my chapter, and there in the Greek community, in each chapter, there is a member who is in charge of academics, GPAs, things like that, and being that support system for members who, for all members actually, to keep up with their GPAs, keep up with their grades, and things like that. Aside from that, there is also finding someone to study with, find someone from another chapter to study with, do homework with, find someone who is in the same major as you, who has taken a class that you've taken, who may have already done it or is doing it at the same time as you. Do work with them, study with them, go to the library, things like that. Do something together with someone else to keep you motivated to do good and to do what you're supposed to do to help you keep your GPA up and keep your grades up. Just find that support system. We all have our own GPAs for a reason. We have a Greek life GPA of 2.5 for a reason, because we are all academically inclined to do well. We all care about our academics, which is why in each chapter there is somebody who is in charge of keeping up with the members' grades and GPAs and things like that to help them succeed, because we all know as a Greek community that we are students first, and that is something so important. So that is the way that you can make sure that in Greek life you are still keeping up with your GPA and your academics, because there is always that support system to help you.
Hey guys, so a really common question that I know that a lot of women going through recruitment or considering going through recruitment have, but are sometimes a little bit afraid to ask, is if sororities actually haze, and what is the whole deal with hazing. And I understand why you would have that question, and also why you'd be afraid to ask. I'm sure that we've all seen the different news headlines revolving around Greek life, as well as different TV shows and movies and their depictions of hazing in Greek life. And all of that can be really intimidating when you're considering joining a sorority, and I get that. But what I can tell you at Susquehanna University is that the Panhellenic Council and Susquehanna University do not condone hazing at all, and Susquehanna University actually has its own very strict anti-hazing policy. And with that, hazing is against Pennsylvania state law, so if someone were to be hazing, not only would that be against Susquehanna's rules, it would also be against the law. But to ensure that these activities don't occur, every person that joins Greek life when you're a new member is required to attend educational sessions that talk about how to identify hazing, if you're being hazed, if someone that you know is being hazed, and how to properly report it, what outlets to go to, who to talk to, all of that stuff. And on top of that, before you even, join a sorority, every new member must sign an agreement stating that they have read and understand the hazing policy that Susquehanna University has in place. But if you ever feel like you are being hazed, which I hope that you wouldn't, but if you ever felt that, there's so many different resources and outlets on Susquehanna's campus, and there's actually an anti-hazing report that can be found right on MySU. So at least at Susquehanna, we do all that we can to prevent that kind of thing from happening.
Hey guys, So another question I hear a lot around recruitment season is, what if I'm not the sorority type? And I'm here to tell you there's literally no such thing. Every sorority on Susquehanna's campus is diverse and has sisters of all different shapes, sizes, colors, and backgrounds. When I went through recruitment, I also worried about this concept of the sorority girl stereotype because I didn't look and act like the stereotypes you see in movies. But when I went through recruitment, I realized how silly and unrealistic those stereotypes are. Each house was diverse and had girls from every walk of life, and I realized that anyone could be a sorority woman. It doesn't have to matter what you look like, act like, where you come from. All that matters is your heart and sharing it with the girls you meet. If you are confident and show your true self, you will find your home.
Another frequently asked question is, am I required to finish the process if I no longer wish to? And if I do go through recruitment, do I have to pick a sorority at the end? So, the answer is no, but we hope you decide otherwise. Signing up for recruitment is not a binding commitment to join a sorority. If you realize this is an opportunity that you really don't think is for you at the time, you can totally drop the process. There are more than one opportunities and more than one ways to join a sorority during your collegiate experience, so keep that in mind.